Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. Defect. Give me consume. Give me bias. Give me amplify electro, easy clap, as Daniel Giesling would say. Dude, honestly, never do this. Who says no? We paid 99 gold for 14 HP. I think that's relatively good. If they gave me the option for a random rare card, a random rare relic, I would have been your #1 with a bullet. A loaded defect run. Cock it and pull it. Instead, I was given this. And you gotta play the cards you're dealt. That's what Kenny Rogers said, that's what America said, and it's worked out pretty well so far. Dude, I do think we need damage, but I'm gonna take a steam barrier early. And we're gonna see if I live to regret this. Give me the gold. All y'all who've seen the leprechaun say yeah. 75 gold, remove it. Alright, we're 75 gold up immediately. He's a genius. He's actually completely fine. Alright, both of these guys are toasted next turn. We're looking okay so far. But, you know, looking okay right now actually means nothing. I hate it, but I'm taking a leap because it's also extremely good. Looking okay right now means literally nothing. We haven't added any offensive cards to the deck, and we fought only the simplest enemies. This is why we're being a little aggro here. Dude! Emotion chip. I'm not against it. So now we got a free zap and a free dual cast. Is this worth much? I'm gonna shock the world and say no, not really. I wanted some AoE. Maybe a bit of a potion waste, but we need to add some offense here quickly. But I'm actually glad we didn't settle for Streamline, to be honest. I really don't see too much value in that card. I definitely think, you know, a ball lightning, we start to get somewhere. We're going back on our strategy a little bit to fight elites. But I'm playing it the way that it was presented to me. And that's all I can do, you know? Another 18 damage. We're taking 4. I think, depending on what we get... See, this is where I'm loving the emotion chip. I'm thinking we might be able to make it work depending on what we're able to pick up. I will take a white noise just for a little value injection. And I apologize forever for phrasing it that way. If we're going to beat you, I feel like I pretty much gotta do this. And we're gonna be on death's door, for sure. And we're dead. This one hurts. I maybe got a little aggro. I really thought we'd wipe him out, hit the question marks, and be good to go. But you know, everyone sucked anyway. Nothing good was coming out of that run. And don't believe anybody who tells you otherwise. But NL, you... I got the mic, okay? Normally, leap 100%. This time, genetic algorithm... Oh, Saki it to me. Genetic algorithm this early, I see that as being potentially... incredibly useful. I don't know. Okay, we got Ancient Tisa. Hear me out. We're gonna get a free elite. This is gonna sound hilarious. Rest. Or pass turn. You know why? That exact reason right there. I wanted to get free genetic algorithm plays too. Okay. I mean, we still have like no offense. So I am going to rest here. I think we need the rest. And I think we are doing very well for where we're at. And I know I've been saying that a lot lately, but I stand by it. These genetic algorithms are going to be disgustingly good because we got them so quickly. I will take a claw. And I'm not committing to a claw deck. Dude, data disc is it's a free defrag. Is there a shop on this path? There is if you want to fight an elite. It's a tough one. I mean, I guess I'm going to anger the mushrooms. And we're going to hit him with this yeet. And we're going to hit him with this yeet. And amazingly, it turns out I am the strongest Slay the Spire player in history. So we're more resistant to vulnerability now. I'm going to take this recursion. Make it free. I feel like the genetic algorithms do not need as much upgrading as you might consider. You know, like, they're already extremely good for us here. I don't care about being made weak, because all we need is a dual cast to kill you anyway. Or this will be fine as well. Okay, take another claw. I really do want to make Frost Focus happen here, but hasn't happened yet. I do worry against the Hexaghost. Very strong first turn. Against the Hexaghost, we only really have 2 good blocks, you know? We're able to put out a lot of damage, but maybe not against an enemy who has 250 HP, which is why we're going to take this auto shields. And sadly, we're not really incentivized to rest here. As ridiculous as it might sound, geez, I don't know, man. You either go for the free dual cast, but our energy base is pretty good anyway, or maybe you start the claws off 2 damage. You're really getting 2 damage out of this. You know, the difference between 101 and 103 damage is the same as the difference between 3 and 5, so. I hate to say it, but our slower genetic algorithm, let's get it kicking. Okay, so we're not going to play this genetic algorithm, of course. It's actually a very strong first turn. We would love to see Equilibrium on our next turn. Didn't get there, but we found a good opportunity to use genetic algorithm nonetheless. And remember, when we take damage... no, wait, that was the last run. We do not have a motion chip anymore. Disregard this. I am a fool. I'm not super worried yet. I am slightly worried, though. We really need these claws whipping around a little quicker. I'm not sure if you heard me. What I said is we need these claws whipping around a little faster. He's half dead, but he's also halfway to doing his next big attack. We've lost both genetic algos. That's what we in the business call it. Okay, don't do me dirty like this. We had a very frenetic and interesting run so far. Hook me up, okay? I'm not even running the numbers. 42. We're still alive. Gotta hit him a little bit. Gotta not draw burns, please. Oh, baby, that's a lot of burns. We're dead. Yo, I'm very disappointed with this one because we were having some... I was very pleased with those early genetic algorithms. 9 minutes in, 2 losses down, huh? Random rare relic. Easy money. Dead branch. Okay. I mean, you know how it goes. So what do we do next? It's very simple. Even a child could understand it. We go to the shop and we get a prismatic shard, and then we use that to get corruption, and then we play an ironclad corruption dead branch run. It's easy. So anything that exhausts is a little bit higher value. I don't necessarily know if that tilts Tempest too much in my favor, but I'm willing to do it regardless. We just took the easy money max HP. Smoke Bomb, I really like the idea of using this on the cowardice situation if we're able to, but who is our boss? Guardian. So Static Discharge is actually pretty great, but dude, I love Panacea. I'm sorry to do it, but it had to be done. Well, it didn't have to be done at all, but I wanted to do it. Let's put it that way. Smoke Bomb has actually become one of my favorite potions. Just because, you know, on non-Ascension, we've been, you know, trained to believe that you're a coward. Honestly, see ya. If you skip the fight, but on Ascension, dude, sign me up every time. I would prefer not to do an elite fight, but I'm willing to do one in the hopes of picking up, he's gonna wake up anyway, in the hopes of picking up the kinds of relics that will, you know, take me to the freaking moon. So we are about to get a new card. Excuse me, oh no, that's Parasite, not Ascender's Bane. I'm gonna summon 3 lightning. Yo, multicast. It's pretty solid. We're avoiding both of the debuffs here. We're still gonna get hit pretty badly, I think. No, we're not gonna get hit anymore at all. The boot is not what I'm looking for, by the way, but life goes on, I suppose. Anytime you get the chance to summon the lightning, I think you gotta say that that's where we want to be. We don't care about zap. I think we can take defend and 2 strikes and a defend and feel okay about that, but we don't want to pay 1 energy for zap right now. I wouldn't get your hopes up too much about this one just yet, but I'm saying there's a chance. I thought we needed a little bit of extra block. Dude, preserved insect, huh? Well, let's get a little risky then, shall we? Go back up to 47 HP on this path. And, okay, it's a little baby gremlin knob. Bob had a baby, it's a boy. What'd you give me? Glacier. Dude, Panacea is 1000% worth it. Glacier might not be, but to avoid the frailty is just unbelievably strong value for us, I think. Then his next attack doesn't actually look that bad. So we gotta crunch the numbers here. If I channel 3 lightning, you take 16 damage plus another 9 on top. Actually, you would take 12 on top. This kills you, dude. Lucky us. Strawberry. I think we actually want a Doom and Gloom. But I will also just point out, I don't feel very strongly about our 6 damage, 34, 38. Just trying to see what the Dark Orb. I've come to realize just having one of these available in your deck is like extremely useful. So we really, if we can keep that Dark Orb out there and get it to, you know, do 100 damage to the enemy on a dual cast, we're in a great spot. As of right now, I wouldn't say I like where our deck is at. But it is what it is, right? I think it's, you know, if you can use a fire potion to prevent 8 damage on the first floor, that seems like a decent value to me, man. So we'll probably rest in advance of the Guardian fight. I'm aware of the theory that says resting, it keeps a bad run alive longer. I very much think that that is it's juvenile analysis. I think that sometimes you beat the boss and you get a relic or a card as your reward that unifies the foundation that you've built on the floor preceding it. Without having any extra blocks, really, I think we got to give this a chance. We'll probably pop the regen potion immediately as well. You know, just to start getting out here, maybe stop you from having one turn where you do 30 damage. I'm willing to do this for sure. I think we got pretty lucky, but, you know, we also took advantage of what was going on there to get lucky in the first place. We will not be playing any more powers, in all likelihood. This is just necessary, unfortunately. The Dark Orb has to get out there. Dude, Consume is also very good, but we have to make the space for it first. Am I willing to take 16 damage to do so? I think so. Unfortunately. So, we're really just waiting on this Dark Orb to pop off. I was just gonna say, if we got a dual cast, am I willing to make it pop? Dual cast is not coming around for a while. We want to stop him from doing his next attack. So I stand by this, and we're gonna take 1 extra energy from Charge Battery to insulate us from the void we're guaranteed to draw. That's gonna exhaust and give us a new card. Machine Learning, not bad. We could dual cast. I don't think we should. And I definitely don't think we should consume either. Well, we should have done that in an inverted order, but we need to survive this turn. That is going to happen. And then draw dual cast or evoke it. And we win. He's not doing anything this turn. We get 1 more turn to finesse it even if we want to. Start here, okay? Definitely going to Sunder. Actually, Doom and Gloom just kills him. Okay, so we made it, but it was close. Hyper Beam is what we need. With Panacea, it has to happen. And dude, out of all these, I mean, like, I love gold. I think it's more important than 1 energy, probably, to be able to get maybe 1,000 gold over the rest of the run. So I think you go straight for Inserter here, and then if you get Consume, you have a functional, plausible run. For real. We have to fight an elite. I would rather see as many question marks as possible en route to that. Normally you start by doing a little attack. I think you've been nerfed a little bit, actually. The game recently, it hit 1.0, and I think that this might be one of the changes that was made. Doom and Gloom. I would, well, is it a necessity? I think so. I'm just accepting that we're probably going to take damage on this fight, and maybe a lot of it. A buffer blocks 11. I mean, I don't like it any more than you do, probably, but... Actually, it only blocks 8. My math was a little skewed there. Still hate it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this fight is still very tough for us. Even now, I'm like, okay, so you're at 29, but you're not taking enough damage. Oh my god, it's all falling apart. Okay, 21 HP. Not where we want to be. We got the chance for focus, so we're going to start preemptively basically building Frost. All we want is Panacea first. So we can actually, I think, so this is 12 damage. We're just going to play Zap, Strike, and Charge Battery. We're going to hold Hyper Beam in the hopes that Panacea gets drawn next turn. Or FTL into Panacea even. I would consider that totally acceptable. There's Panacea. We play it. Now we can play Hyper Beam. Keep our focus. 18 damage though. So what do you do if 18 damage is coming in? Well, I'd love to Hyper Beam or Hologram Equilibrium, but I think we're going to have to Hologram Charge Battery and just, you know, accept. We're going to end up taking 8 damage, but to have the Hyper Beam get out there for 1 was probably worth it. But, dude, it's getting a little screwy. You're doing 12 damage. Something in my heart of hearts said, you know, you could try that dual cast. Actually, now that I think about it, the dual cast might have been, like, mathematically guaranteed to work, but we're alive nonetheless. That doesn't mean it's right. That's an easy choice, by the way. I mean, obviously, I will give you gold for a relic. Dude, channeling a Dark Orb to begin with is pretty good, but we are definitely going to die on this fight. In fact, we're going to die immediately. Alrighty, what do we do next? You start up another run, boys. You start up another run. Give me 100 gold. It's not really something you should be super stoked about, but thanks for the 100 gold, I suppose. I thought we had something going on the last run. By the way, you know, when we're losing on Ascension 10, Ascension 5, and Ascension 0, I am very eager to solicit tips from the populace. On Ascension 20, I'm still ravenous for knowledge, but these tips need to be extremely actionable. There we go. Like this time, I'll tell you what. We're going to go for Streamline. Try to make it tick. Maybe a little bit more offense early on is something I've underrated to the point of being maladroit. But it's called the dictionary, sweetheart. Look it up. Actually, let's redo that joke. It's called dictionary.com, sweetheart. Look it up. Okay. Take a sweeping beam for AoE. I'm eager to have the tips. All I ask is that when you give me the tips, please put how many times you defeated Ascension level 20 with a screenshot. I would just want to make sure I'm taking tips from, you know, the best of the best. I thought about genetic algorithm, by the way. I just think that Singing Bowl gives us, especially early on, both of them are very good. But the ability to get Singing Bowl this early has me extremely interested. If we play Sweeping Beam, you will wake up. But that's pretty much what I was hoping for, is Sweeping Beam Streamline. Otherwise, we would have played a Zap, which also would have been fine. I have to say that Essence of Steel doesn't strike my fancy too much here. Streamline? Yo, baby. We'll keep playing our blocks or keep playing our draw, because our draw is what's going to allow us to get to Streamline even faster. Crush him. Crush him. Well, we got him. We don't even need Streamline anymore. Not an easy fight, but it's just math. Certainly you take a Seek, and you probably seek to get Recursion out there ASAP. So I'm going to rest. I would like to upgrade Seek, yes. Juzu Bracelet is a pretty good get. I was hoping for like a regen potion. I do think Double Energy is a very good get. You seek Double Energy and Streamline once Streamline gets upgraded, and all of a sudden, you know, you got something. I'm going to take a Rebound to try to work with Streamline as well. I don't think you can justify a winning run on the back of Streamline alone, but let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. One thing's for sure, we've found ourselves surprisingly okay in this situation right here. So we could seek out a defend. I would rather just draw 3 and try to get out ahead of that. We'll play a Zap just to get the dual cast value out there. Who's our boss? No slimes. It's the freaking slimes, dude. Okay. Well, we will now rebound a defend. Just to make sure we have some block. We have some damage via the Zap, so there's always... You know, that's always going to be excellent for us. And we did make it through. Mummified Hand into self-repair. I'm a very happy man. Now, all this being said, we're going to rest again. Of course. Oh, I would love to be able to afford defrag. I think we need some extra block for the boss. And I don't dislike fighting this guy, to be honest. I do greatly dislike not drawing any block. I think that is extremely unfortunate. At least we got our 7 damage back. I think we need a beam cell. And the reasoning for the beam cell is just that it makes Streamline so much better. Well, not a great start. So we would love to get more powers. We would even love to get, like, expensive powers. Because Mummified Hand, it short-circuits a lot of the, you know, the danger that we would consider with that. I don't think we're gonna roll them to begin with. Get a C. Okay, so here's our turn, okay? You might as well double energy, I think. You're gonna zap. You're gonna rebound beam cell, not inverted order. Now let's think. 9 is gonna take you to 78. This will roll you. I don't want you to be rolled. This will take you to 78, and then 3 damage will take you to 75. It'll save us 38 damage, but at what cost? At what cost? Here's what I wanted. Beam cell, seek, streamline. And I'm just hopeful that 2 enemies at 36 HP is easier for us to get out in front of. And I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh my god, this is way too much damage output. We're going to die again. Ah! Alright, you know what happens when you find yourself in this situation, boys? You keep going. You go play. Standard. Defect. Give me consume. You cowards. You cowards. Alright, I'll take a boot sequence. Okay, we're gonna take a very aggressive approach here. Because I'm mad. Yeah, this is fine. We're gonna hit up question marks, and we're gonna really. Here's my. Is when we find a thread, we're gonna start pulling, and we're gonna get a little bit more conservative about it. Until we find that thread, should not have played boot sequence there. Channel McConaughey. What would McConaughey do? Slow down, buddy. You know, life's not a sprint, it's a marathon, buddy. Matthew McConaughey, why do you sound so sick? Bad flu shot, buddy. They didn't get the formula right this year. Obviously, we're going a little hard on this. Ooh, yeah, sure, I'll pay for it. Just in the hopes that it allows us to be a little bit better off. You know what? Wake him. Ken wake up. Wake him up inside. Good reference, buddy. What are you still doing here, Matthew? Go get some rest, dude. I don't like taking 20 damage, but if you slow your roll against this guy, you end up finding yourself essentially incapable of killing him because of the raw numerical disadvantage. Okay, he needs to get hit once next turn. That'll work. What did you give me? Mercury Hourglass. Not amazing. No doubt about that. We're playing a little too fast even still, but... You know, some of these turns, especially in the early game, you know, we know the enemies pretty well. They play themselves, you know? There's a very simple flowchart, which most of the time, not all the time, most of the time is play as much block as you can to get up to the point where you're taking no damage, and then do as much damage as you can as well. Okay, the ability to use wing boots. I did find a useful situation for these. And I think now we have basically no choice but to do this. And then we can go to the campfire. But, I think wing boots are at their best when enemies also have 1 HP, and you can string together more elite fights as a result. But I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers there. We gotta get you there. Okay, that's pretty nice, and... It heals us for 7. We got to find a way to deal 16 damage to you, but... Well, 13 damage. Okay, we got you. It's actually, again, pretty nice. Mummified hand yet again. And, let's be honest. White noise is fine, but we probably need the Glacier. Having that passive block... Oh, we're against the Hexagos, too, so... So, Mummified hand, though, is beautiful. We now, I mean, obviously, Electro, Defrag, Buffer, even Creative AI basically makes something free every turn. I want Leap as well, but, you know, the sweep, or not the sweeping beam, the Steam Barrier can hold us steady, hopefully, for the time being. I'm starting to think we have a real chance here. I would love, and it's very selfish... I would love to add 1 more power into my deck. This is what you're looking for. Before the boss fight, and of course I would love it to be like Echo form, but... I will take a loop. We're not necessarily building Frost Focus, but I'm cool with it, you know? I'm hip, I'm with it. Tucka, 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 tucka. And I actually think I would rather have 2 orb plays than 1 extra focus. Alright. No Glacier. Thank you. Thank you for not giving me Glacier. Give me Glacier this turn. No Glacier. That's okay. No Glacier. It's fine. 30 damage, huh? Thank you. We took a little risk, but it made our deck better by getting self-repair out of it. There's Glacier. Okay, so now we drew the card that we played to draw. What a world. We have 6 block per turn. We still would like to output damage faster. The problem is we can't. Our deck is still, it's not well structured to fight bosses, you know? You can run the numbers on that for yourself and, you know, search your feelings, you know it to be true. We should really endeavor to have a lightning orb up at the front. Wow, we're taking 7. He's definitely, I mean, you can see it for yourself, of course, but he's super getting around to his big attack. I'm still concerned. The boot sequence? Not boot sequence. 14, so we're taking 22 damage. We're going to be at 12. Dude, I think we might die again. If we get a turn with 3 attacks, good lord. We gotta throw the steroid potion out there. We're dead! What do you do? What do you do in this situation, you know? Well, what you do for now is you say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And you come back and you do better next time. See ya.